Even though it still says starting, there it is. Hey, greetings, everybody. And
hey, everyone.
Hello. Welcome. And can you hear me? Can you hear him? Oh,
hey,
look.
Oh, guys, can you hear me?
Look, it says Wilco Decry down there under
wait.
your name.
Oh, yeah, I joined with Wilco's link. Yeah, it's showing Wilco Decry.
I don't even know how to turn that on.
Oh, you don't have it? Oh, yeah, you do have it. I can see it, Mitch.
Oh, I have to roll over it. There you go.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, my name is Mitch Aunger. I am the UpViral Expert of the day. This is William, who is, tell us what you do.
So I am the digital marketing manager at UpViral and Connecteo. And yeah, I'm basically doing all the marketing for both companies. I'll dive more into everything about me in a bit, right? When we dive into the presentation.
I know that. I read ahead. Hi, cool. Steve Thailand. Hi, Richard from Austin, Texas. Hello, Hairful. No, hi, Hairful. Not Hairful. It's Hairul. How do you say that?
Hairul. Hairul? Where are you based, Hairul? Let us know.
Jeff, good to see you. Deborah, good to see you again. A lot of regulars here. Thank you for tuning in.
So, Richard from Austin, Texas.
This is going to be the William show today, and Mitch is going to flap his lips whenever he gets such an opportunity.
Yes. Well, Mitch is going to challenge me today. Mitch is going to challenge. That's his role. Well, and that's the same role from everyone in the audience today.
Yeah. This is going to be cool. Malaysia.
Malaysia. And we also got Marie from Germany.
All right.
Cool.
What are we going to learn about today?
Sorry?
I said, what are we going to learn about today?
Well, what we're going to learn about today is the planning and the strategy.
Planning? Wait a minute. Sorry, got to stop you right there. Planning? Who does planning?
Whenever you're going to start a viral marketing campaign, first step you have to do is to plan the strategy behind your own campaign, and that is what we're going to share.
Yes.
So the planning of our own viral marketing campaign.
Our own?
Okay.
You mean as in UpViral?
As in UpViral.
UpViral is going to run an UpViral campaign?
So I was thinking whether to name the presentation UpViral's UpViral Viral Marketing Campaign, but I was like, that's going to be way too complex.
Love it.
Cool. Shall we dive into it, Mitch? What do you think?
Yes, please. Let's please.
Cool. So let me.
I'm going to start. I'm sorry. I'm going to say one thing, and I know people are going to come in and they're going to ask this question. Yes, this is being recorded. Yes, you can see it inside the UpViral application if you go under the Learning Center. Yes, you can see it on the Facebook group when it gets uploaded. Yes, you can see it on the UpViral YouTube channel. And last but not least, yes, you'll be able to get the presentation slides if you want them. So with that being said, let me get that out of the way.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Cool. So let's dive into it. Let me share my screen, turn screen share on. And now I'm going to do this right here. And whoops.
That's okay.
Let me view exit full screen here.
Catalina.
Cool. Okay. Now, Mitch, can you confirm? Do you see the presentation?
I do. And we're down here in the lower left-hand corner. Right-hand corner. My left.
I'm not seeing myself. I'm not seeing you or myself. But if
that's okay,
you say we're there, I trust. I fully trust and
I
believe you.
Okay. Well, good, because I'm the expert.
Of course you are. Cool. All right, guys. So let's get started. In this presentation today, we're going to talk about the strategy behind our own viral marketing campaign, or in other words, UpViral's UpViral viral marketing campaign. Okay.
Nice.
So to give you a little bit of context, the marketing team here at UpViral, we have been planning to launch a viral marketing campaign, and we're going to launch it in sometime this month of December. And since the co-pilot show is all about viral marketing, we thought, well, actually, it would be a good idea to share the journey of our own campaign with you here on the co-pilot show and make you part of it. Okay, so this is going to be a two-part series because the initial idea, okay, when I was planning this giveaway campaign, the initial idea was to come on the co-pilot show, you know, a few months after that we've been live with the campaign, to show the results, to share some of the challenges and the roadblocks with our own campaign. But then, you know, we thought, why only share the end of the story? Why not share more about the entire journey of our own giveaway campaign? So that's when we decided that I would come on the co-pilot show today to share part one, which is the planning and the strategy of the campaign. And then later down the road, you know, maybe in a month or a couple of months, I can come back on the co-pilot show if I'm allowed by Mitch. I'm not sure, like if I get his permission.
Yeah, you have to beg. You have to give me something. That's what you have to do.
And I'll send you a viral t-shirt. I will ask Wilco for another t-shirt. Is that okay, Mitch?
Yes, this one's getting old and ratty.
Okay, sounds good. And then from there, I will come to share part two, which is going to be like the results and the challenges, the roadblocks that we faced with our campaign. Okay? But before we dive into it, really quick, because you might be wondering who's this guy, so I will keep it really brief. So my name is William Vanhout. I've been, I think, on the co-pilot show two times or three times. No, I think this is my third show.
Yeah.
I'm basically the digital marketing manager at Conectayo and UpViral. I'm based in the sunny Barcelona in Spain.
Jealous.
Well, it's not that sunny today. Actually, I should update that PowerPoint. But basically, what I'm going to present to you today, and I'm being very honest and very transparent and open with you here. What I'm going to share with you is my first fully thought of and planned viral marketing campaign from A to Z. Okay, so full disclosure, I'm more of a paid advertising guy. Like I do paid ads, set up funnels, do the email marketing, and I know about like how to grow a company by spending a marketing budget on traffic channels such as Facebook and Google and YouTube, and then further monetize it with email marketing sequences. So the previous campaigns that have been executed using UpViral have always had the involvement from our founder, from Wilco, and other team members may have like played their part here and there and contributed to the campaign as well. There's always the strategy and the idea has always come from the man himself from Wilco. Okay, but this time things are going to be different because the marketing team has decided to step up, to take the reins, and to execute a viral marketing campaign that can potentially grow our business. And something that is important to note here is that for this campaign that I'm going to be sharing with you today, the planning and the strategy of this campaign, we didn't want to create a campaign that is going to be time-based, not something that is sporadic, that we run for a few days and that's it. With this campaign, we're looking for to bring in a perpetual stream of leads and customers into UpViral. I will share more on that shortly. But basically the whole point is that this campaign should be evergreen. Okay?
Nice.
So with that in mind, sorry?
I'm sorry, I'm going to interrupt you. I apologize. Yeah. So there was, by the way, this is kind of like the the co-pilot show that Mark and I did, Mark was the driver. I wish I knew the date, maybe Deborah, because she seems to be really good at diving in and looking for links. But we did a co-pilot show on referral marketing. And what William's talking about in terms of doing an evergreen campaign here is much like that referral marketing campaign that Mark was trying to build. So if you want a little bit more background, dive in there and grab that show. Number 2.
Yeah.
Cool. I love it that you've kicked Wilco to the curb. Bam! He's gone. Now we can really drive this sucker. I love that you're sharing this in 2 parts, by the way. When you told me this yesterday that you were going to do this, I was like, brilliant. This is a great way to do it, to share with people the planning aspects of it, what you've thought of, and then to dive in and see how it actually executes is perfect. Love it.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, cool. Exactly. So we have no clue whether this campaign that I'm going to share with you today, whether it's going to work or whether it's going to be a total flop. We honestly don't know. Obviously, we do have a good feeling.
Good.
Okay. And then the last thing, so before we get started, an important note. This presentation, this is about a viral marketing campaign, right? But I want to really make this episode as interactive as possible. So I want to encourage everyone that is watching right now to ask questions about the campaign, to share the feedback, to share suggestions, tips, point out things that maybe we have missed out in our campaign planning. And the same applies to you, Mitch. I really want to, you're the viral expert in the room, and I would love it if you can share your feedback and really challenge the campaign, okay? So as I'm going through the presentation, feel free to interrupt, ask questions, and challenge the campaign. Are we all good?
That sounds great. I will also add one additional tidbit for those of you who are diving in. Just because William has just said we want to make this the ultimate campaign, because it's going to be evergreen, that doesn't necessarily mean, and I preach this a lot to all people who listen, you don't have to put all the bells and whistles in your first campaign, right? You can start a campaign and learn and grow and watch the reports. And there's a whole episode on what to look at in the reports, by the way, side plug for a previous episode. But you don't have to put everything in there when you get started. If you're a newbie and you want to just get going, put something up there and see how it works. And so I love that you're asking for all this feedback. And of course, people will be able to watch the replay in the Facebook group and comment there. But we will be looking at the comments here live. So that's the bonus of showing up live, because you can actually provide some input to these shows.
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
Okay,
rip.
Cool. So let's dive into it. First things first, why are we going to launch a viral marketing campaign in the first place, right? So the first thing we need to do is understand why are we doing this. And there are really 2 main reasons why we're launching this UpViral campaign. The first one is to really be an inspiration to our community and to our customers. They say, right, that you lead by the example. And we have done some sporadic viral marketing campaigns in the past that have worked extremely well. You can look at them, you can check out the case studies from UpViral, and you will see some campaigns that Wilco executed that were a huge success. But this time, we want to create something different, a referral campaign, a rewards campaign that is going to be evergreen, okay? And then the second thing is the exact same reason why you all have UpViral, and that is to grow your company. So we also want to grow our company, and we're currently heavily relying on paid ads, on Facebook traffic, on YouTube traffic. I'm sure you've all seen the ads from Wilco on different social media platforms.
All weekend long.
Yeah.
Cyber Monday. Black
Friday.
Friday.
We have been retargeting everyone. Unless you've been hiding under a rock without Wi-Fi, you have seen the ad. And then we rely heavily on paid ads and also on email marketing. So we really want to do this referral marketing campaign to add an additional source of growth. But very important, it needs to be perpetual. Okay, so that's the why we're doing the campaign. And now that we've covered the why, let's look at what we're trying to achieve with this campaign. So we need to define our goals, right? Set the objectives. So what's the goal with the rewards campaign? Well, the first goal I would say that we have with this campaign is to build bigger audiences. So we have different marketing channels, and we do want to grow them. We have, for example, a YouTube channel from Wilco. We have somewhere between the 12 and 30,000 subscribers. We also have a podcast, Uncensored Growth. We have the Co-Pilot Show. We have a Facebook group, right, where we have the UpViral community. And we want to grow all of these channels. We want to create bigger audiences. And that's the first objective. But then the second one, which also goes hand in hand, is we want to create omnipresence, which is something that is super valuable in marketing, because when people are subscribed in multiple channels, they start to see your message everywhere, right? And I'm sure a lot of you will have heard of the marketing rule of 7, which states that a prospect needs to hear the advertiser's message at least 7 times before they take an action to buy a product. And that's going to vary whether if you sell, for example, a $10 item, which can be more of an impulse buy, compared to if you're selling a $5,000 high ticket service. But the point is, the prospect needs to see your message multiple times before they make a purchase. Okay, so first goal is to build bigger audiences across multiple marketing channels. Second goal, to create omnipresence marketing. And then the ultimate goals are, above everything else, really, is to generate leads that will turn into sales. Or in this case, because we're promoting UpViral, our sales cycle is, before they go into a sale, there is a trial. And we want to, with this viral campaign, we want to get people through the doors to start a trial that will then turn into monthly subscribers because they benefit from using the tool. Does that make sense? Does it make sense, the objective of the campaign, Mitch?
Yes.
Cool.
Absolutely.
All right. So then, now that we've defined the objective of the campaign, we started thinking, okay, what's the next thing? The next thing is really who do we want to attract? Who, in other words, who is our customer avatar? And it is crucial that we define this, because this is also going to play an important role when we create the incentives, the rewards that they will be able to unlock, right?
Right.
So our customer avatar. So in this case, for UpViral, we're looking at the following customer avatar. So first, it's either a small or medium-sized business owner, or it could also be an entrepreneur in the stage of launching a new product or a new service. Okay, and then the third point here is that they need to have an understanding about online marketing and already have a bit of a presence online, right? A Facebook page, an Instagram profile, a YouTube channel, doesn't matter what it is, but they already do some digital marketing, right? They don't have to be an expert in marketing or in the digital world, but have the basic fundamentals, okay? Okay, so that's very important. Then in terms of the age ranges, that is quite broad, to be honest. I selected 25 to 55 years old. And there is always the exception,
That's me. That's me, the exception, because I'm 63. I'm crushed that you've left me out.
I Well, when I was writing this down, Mitch, I thought of Mark. Because he's also an exception to this rule, you know. But I was thinking is if I would have to, because Mark is below 25, right?
Right. He acts
he's in his early 20s. So when I was selecting this age group, I was thinking of the most, in general terms, our customers are between those age ranges. And as I said, there is the exception, the 23-year-old entrepreneur who's killing it. And there's also like the 60-year-old who's really tech savvy. But in general terms, 25 to 55 and both genders. That is the vast majority of our customers. And then in terms of targeting, that is really like worldwide. Honestly, we have customers all around the world, really. And we have some top geographical locations where we have most of our customers. But we don't really want to restrict our campaign to the top markets because we got customers. I checked it before jumping on the Copilot show. 163 countries to be exact. We have customers on UpViral in 163 countries.
Wow.
Okay, so that is our customer avatar. Okay.
Now, yes, and thank you, by the way, Deborah. I don't think that's the right show because the image, she posted a link for the show I was talking about. I didn't spend any time diving through it, but my recollection is that the screen capture has a picture of the ClickFunnels landing page. But anyway, it's in the Copilot show recordings. The other thing that I did want to say, speaking of Copilot recordings, is we have an entire show on defining your avatar. And that was done by Danny a month and a half ago. So all of the things that you selected there were applicable to what Danny talked about, not only for the Facebook group, but for Facebook ads, but for in general. And I've preached about this a lot. I know Danny preaches about it a lot, and I appreciate you including it in here because it is very freaking important to know whom you're going after, right? You've got to understand who your market is. And it's one of the toughest things that I've had to learn because what I'm doing is trying to market to people who want to do campaigns like this, the giveaways and the ongoing viral campaigns. That's the same market that I'm going after. And it does make a difference if you know who those people are. Over the last 2 years, I have really struggled with that. And often what I do is the other reason you do that as a sidebar is to be able to steer people to kind of the direction in which you can serve them. The scenario, for example, is that, I'm expensive, okay? Just to be honest, my service costs a lot if you want, because I have 7 years of experience now running viral campaigns. But there are some people who can't afford that. So what I do is I then steer them in a different direction. Now, that will help you in terms of UpViral, by the way. The reason I'm saying that is because you also want to be able to define your prizes, right? Part of the deal that we're going to talk about here is the incentives and the prizes. And if you understand who those people are, the biggest question that I always get is, okay, Mitch, I'm in the XYZ niche. What should my prize be, right? So you use all of those things from the avatar process. And there is an avatar worksheet that was shared in the previous Copilot show to be able to take that information and drive it into what's a good starting plan to drive your UpViral campaigns.
Yeah.
All right. So that's why you go through that. It's important to do it. And I know it's sometimes painful, but you really need to do it. And Deborah's found the links for those. Finding and crafting your perfect audience. The link is right there. Thank you, Deborah. You're awesome.
Cool. Awesome. So So to continue, the next step, after we have defined like why we're doing the campaign, who's the customer, like who's the avatar, and what is the objective of our campaign? What is the goal that we're trying to get? The next thing, that now that we have the customer avatar, is really like the lead magnet, or in other words, what are we going to give away, right? Because people will sign up to this campaign, but what do they get in exchange? So what they will get in exchange is the viral launch formula. Okay, I'm not sure if anyone in the audience has heard of the viral launch formula. Perhaps you've gone through the course. But this is basically a course that we sold in the past for $37, okay? And as it says here on the slide, it's basically a proven formula on how to generate mass attention to your product launches and to your promotions. It includes like 13 videos that break down the entire process step by step. It has 2 case studies as well. And then a swipe file that includes like video scripts and email templates. So if you're not familiar with the viral launch formula strategy from Wilco, you might be familiar with the product launch formula from Jeff Walker. And that is basically, so the viral launch formula is like the product launch formula from Jeff Walker, but it has the viral element to it. Okay. So now the thing is, why did we pick this incentive? Why did we pick the viral launch formula? So first of all, we thought this is going to be appealing to our customer avatar, to that person that we just described, right? Second, it is a very valuable course. It shares a proven strategy. Number 3, also very important, it doesn't have a cost for us, which means that we could scale it, and we could scale it quickly because it doesn't have a cost, Right. Number 4, also the viral launch formula, when people go through the course, go through the viral launch formula, it can be like if you've never heard of viral marketing before, it can really be like an eye-opener for many people into the possibilities and the potential of viral marketing. And then the last thing, the 5th point of why we pick the viral launch formula, it's also because if you go through the 13 videos, and if you really want to implement this strategy to a T, then that requires, like, you can try to find some workarounds, do it on your own. But if you really want to implement the strategy, just like Wilco teaches it in his videos, then you need a referral marketing software. Okay?
Yes.
And they will be logged into UpViral to watch these videos. So the most logic thing to do is to start a subscription on UpViral.
Nice.
Right?
Yes.
Cool. So that is basically the reasons why we picked the viral launch formula as a first lead magnet that is going to hook them into our campaign.
Okay,
but
hold on. Hold your horses. Steve has a good question, and I often save questions for the end, but this one just fits in perfectly. If they already understand marketing, which is, he said this after you did the avatar,
okay, then
it means that they understand viral too. And I think that my opinion on that is, based on what I know, is that no, they don't, Steve. Just be cautious. They don't know that yet, which is what William just said. Many people that do marketing, they may have heard of referral marketing, but they've not heard of the viral aspect, and they think, oh, I can't get my customers, my existing customers, to refer people. It's a pain in the tuchus, because they don't know the right offer. They don't know the right incentives to get people to do that. So that's the first part of your question, Steve, is no, most of the people that I've spoken with don't really understand that. And it's a kind of an eye-opener when they suddenly realize that they can convince people to share with others. And that opens up so many avenues, which is why I love UpViral so much. You should be using it for every freaking thing you do. Now, the second part of Steve's question was, what about people who already have a long list? Well, you can do this. I mean, obviously, UpViral has a large list to start with, right?
Yeah.
But you don't have to have a large list to start. You can have 0 people in your world. Are you going to get 100,000 leads? No. Are you going to get 10,000 leads? No. Are you going to get 1,000 leads? No. But what you're going to do is you're going to find a small group of people who really need what you have to offer. And you're going to ask them, once they understand you and what your offer is, to promote it to somebody else, because they most likely know somebody else that is interested in the same topic. That's why things are so good on Facebook, for example. Now, William has an audience on Facebook. William has people all over the world that he knows. He has friends. He has some business people. So there's a mixture. And what happens is when we start sharing socially, it's like it's being shared with no avatar in mind. So your messaging has to be really clear about what your offer is. And I've talked about that till I'm blue in the face, but we'll continue to talk about it. But in answering Steve's question, you can start with nothing. You don't have to start with a large list. Can you start with a large list? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Cool. And so then to continue, now that we've covered the lead magnet, which is the initial thing that they will get when they sign up to the campaign, the next thing is really the rewards, right? So how are we going to incentivize people to spread the word and create this viral marketing effect, right? So we basically created a list of incentives. We've put together a list of incentives, and I'll go through them.
I'm gonna stop you really fast.
Sure.
Just to be clear on words, and I love this particular topic, because if you're an old guy like me that's used UpViral, and you could be a young guy or a gal and have used UpViral in the past, and when the new user interface flipped in March or April or whenever that was, UpViral's switched terms. So, and you've just done it. I don't know if you did recognize that, but in the old system, all of these things that you have listed here used to be called rewards, right? So I'm just clarifying words. The previous slide said rewards.
Yes.
Inside the tool right now, they're called incentives. So if you're going to go looking inside the tool for something, incentives is the word that you want to pay attention to. Rewards and incentives are the same thing, but I wanted to clarify because of people that are used to the old way versus the new way. So that's all.
It's good that you mention it, and actually, like I didn't pay too much attention to it, but I see now that in this slide I mentioned rewards, and then here I went with incentives.
That's why I'm here, is to be the word meister. That's all. That's it.
Cool.
That's
cool. So then, in regards to the incentive, so after they get the viral launch formula, how do we get them to spread the word, right? So we have a list. I'm gonna
interrupt you, and I know I hate it when other people do it to me, but
go ahead.
I want it to be clear. And so what you're suggesting is in the viral campaign, if they sign up, are they going to get the $37 thing for free that you used to offer for $37? All right. So the lead magnet, I'm just trying to clarify this for people. The lead magnet is sign up and get this thing that we used to sell for $37 for free.
Yeah.
And that's all they have to do. Now, the incentives are what we're going to use to get them to share with others. Okay. So I'm clarifying this for people that are tagging along so that they totally understand how we've gotten from the $37 thing to here. All right.
Yeah,
now I'll zip it for the next 5 minutes.
No worries. So then the list of incentives. So after they have unlocked for free the viral launch formula course, they will be incentivized to share the campaign, right? To share the giveaway campaign. So the first list, and we'll get into the points later and what actions they need to do to unlock it. But basically the first thing they get is is a 30-day trial to UpViral Business. And it makes a lot of sense to put that there because they unlock the viral launch formula, and when they go through the course, they will also see that to apply the strategy to a T, they need UpViral. And then having a 30-day trial, so there is no risk for them. You know, they don't have to pay anything. They just can test it for 30 days and see if they like it. The second incentive we have on the list is an UpViral t-shirt. Woo! Okay, so if you want an UpViral t-shirt, Mitch, you know what you have to do. But then we have, as the third incentive, we have unlock the viral hacking masterclass, which is a free course. If they unlock it, of course, the value is 997, and this is the most I would say this is the most in-depth course that Wilco has about viral marketing. Okay, that's the viral hacking masterclass. Then the fourth incentive, so they will basically accumulate more points, is they get a full marketing funnel review for their business by the UpViral team. Okay, so either like myself or Wilco if he has time, or Danny, people will, if they unlock this reward, they can basically share their funnel with us, and then we are going to do a full funnel review and provide with tailored advice for their funnel.
Right.
Okay. Then the fifth incentive, if they accumulate even more points, is that they basically get all the viral marketing courses for free. So they get access to all of them. There is the email hacking masterclass. There is the viral hacking masterclass. There is the what's it called again? The expert newsletter. And there are a couple more courses.
Right.
Yeah, but anyways, the value of, if we sum up the value of all these courses, that comes around $3,000. And then if they unlock even more, if they accumulate even more points, they will be able to get a 1-year free access to UpViral Business. Okay, so they don't pay anything to access UpViral for an entire year.
Nice.
Okay, so that's in regards to the incentives. Now, how do people unlock the rewards we just mentioned? So there are certain custom actions that we have listed that people have to do in order to unlock the rewards. So one is to join the UpViral Facebook community. The other one is to subscribe to our YouTube channel, subscribe to our podcast, register for the Copilot Show, share on Facebook, on Twitter, LinkedIn Messenger, or WhatsApp, and refer a friend. Okay, so these are basically the custom actions that we will give points to, and as they accumulate points, they can unlock the incentives we just shared.
So before you dive into that, just to be clear, for people that may be new to UpViral, would you go back just a second for me? All of the ones that are listed on the top are a one-time shot at points. The bottom one, which is the magic, which is the gold, which is what everybody needs to be doing, and that's why I throw in the cash register sound, is the refer a friend can be earned multiple times, and that's the gold of UpViral. And that's how people would earn all of these additional incentives, is by referring people.
Yeah. Exactly.
Does refer a friend, Peter asks a good question, does refer a friend only count if they buy? The answer to that is, do you know the answer?
No.
Do you know? Is that the answer?
The answer is no.
Yes, that's correct. No, we cannot currently track if people buy something.
Yeah.
Now, that's something that I would love to potentially see. Mark has talked multiple times about there are some tracking things that they are working on that I would love to see. I would also, I won't go into that. But yes, we would love to see that. Peter, my suggestion is to anybody, not only Peter, but anybody, if you go to features, I think it's features, I'll put the link in here in a second. There is a feature request system. You can go in there and vote on things, and if there's something that's not there, you can suggest it or request it. So I highly advise that you go poke around in there, because there's also things that you can learn. I actually go poke in there every couple of weeks just to see what the status is of some things and to think about other things that potentially we could be doing. So go do that. What happens if we are already doing most of these? Linda asks. Good question. You should be doing all of these. You should be doing these and potentially more, which later on we may talk about, in adding additional custom actions. But again, part of my suggestion is to start with some of these basics and then add them on later. Because one of the things that you can always do, and I've had several people that I've worked with, they have created a basic set of custom actions. And then if they're doing a contest or even a referral thing, you can always send an email that says, hey, by the way, we've just added this new incentive, or we've added this new custom action, and you wouldn't call it a custom action, but this new way of earning points. It gives you the option or the possibility of sending another email to the people that have already subscribed. Don't miss opportunities to send emails to people to keep them active with your campaign.
Yeah.
All right.
Totally. Okay. Cool. And actually, one more thing that I wanted to share in regards to these custom actions. Remember the just to refresh your memory about these custom actions, they go in line with the goals of our campaign, which is basically build bigger audiences. That's what we achieve by getting people subscribed on YouTube, to join our Facebook community, subscribe on our podcast, register on the Copilot show. We build bigger audiences. The second goal was to create omnipresence. We're also achieving that by having them like subscribe and register in multiple marketing channels. We generate leads by getting them to refer friends, and then it is our job in the marketing team to convert these leads into customers and get sales.
Right.
Okay. So let's continue and let's dive into, let's discuss points. Okay.
Yes.
So we saw the list of incentives, and this is basically the points that they need to obtain in order to unlock the incentive. So they need 75 points to get the 30-day trial to UpViral business. 150 points to get an UpViral t-shirt, 250 points to unlock the viral marketing, the viral hacking masterclass, 500 points to get a full marketing funnel review for their business by the UpViral team, 750 points to unlock all the viral marketing courses, and 1,000 points to get 1 year free access to UpViral business. Okay?
I have a question.
Go for it.
Why are there some things that have a higher value but lower points?
Good question.
It's Stump William Day.
So basically, for example, if we look at the first and the second incentive, right? So first, they get a 30-day trial to UpViral business. The value is $79. If you check our pricing on the website, right, 1 month of UpViral business on the monthly plan is $79, and the second one, the UpViral T-shirt, is $15. But obviously, for the UpViral, for us as well, like our goal is to generate is also to get more subscribers. So we prioritize them. We want them to sign up to a trial to UpViral rather than send them a T-shirt. And at the same time, a T-shirt has a cost for us,
right?
Whereas the 30-day trial to our software doesn't have a cost.
Correct.
So that would be the answer to your question.
All right, and I appreciate that. I was trying to get you to explain that in more detail, because they don't always have to go in numeric order according to dollar value. Mm-hmm. As you just said, sometimes there's a physical cost. there's also a desirability aspect to things, right? Getting an UpViral t-shirt, people jump up and down whenever Wilco gives those away for free. So there is a desirability factor that you can include in your incentives as well. So you don't always necessarily show the dollar values either, unless you think it is significantly going to change their attitude. I mean, because I would not say that the UpViral t-shirt has a value of $15. I mean, if I go to a concert and I get a concert t-shirt, those are like $40, $50, right?
Yeah.
So the mental value for that, it may be $15 if I just went to buy it, right? Or then there's shipping and all that other stuff. So just pay attention is what I'm trying to say, is to think about when you're setting up your incentives and the values, think about the desirability aspect of it. You don't have to slap them about the face and head with a dollar figure, but you do want to make things desirable. Now, the other thing that we will talk about probably later on, because we're already like 45 minutes into the show and I want to make sure we get to the end. But some people may not understand the value of the viral hacking masterclass. As an example, you value it at $9.97, but we may have to explain what that is to people before it becomes desirable. And there's that's a whole topic we'll talk about later. You and I both know that it's got a value of $9.97 because that's what you've charged for it before. But if I just read the viral hacking masterclass without some additional details, that may sound like a $5 thing to me because I don't understand the value. So sometimes you have to explain values, the desirability to people, right? It's very much different than, I know that my iPhone is very desirable and I don't have to spend a lot of time explaining that. Sometimes you have to explain the value to people, especially when they don't know what the desirability is. Yeah,
I agree.
I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. Linda's question, is the order to help them feel amazing and be able to achieve alongside the cost? Yes, that's another consideration, is the feeling of desirability, right? The get a full marketing funnel review, that's freaking cool, right? That's freaking cool. And so you want to add that higher on the list of incentives than other things like the t-shirt, right? Because anybody can just go buy a t-shirt. So yes, that's a very good point. The value stack, Deborah says, supports the incentive points required. So I agree with her on that. There was something else. I'm going to talk about Steve's thing in a second. The other thing is you definitely want to be careful and not to have too many incentives. I did a campaign where we had, I think there were 6 or 7, and people were overwhelmed. There were too many things. So potentially we might want to consider that somehow in the process. Maybe 6 is too many.
Okay.
They may get overwhelmed. So that I'm saying that because of my experience in running a campaign. We had, in this campaign I did for a client, we had over $1 million in prizes. We thought that was going to be astounding. And everybody told us there were too many options because there were course after course after course, and it all added up. But they all said, I'm too confused. And so they did nothing.
That's a good point.
I like good points. Steve Thailand said, I completely see the logic of all the actions, but the flip side is that there may be people who don't want to see everything repeated in all their different social media. So that's the third thing. You kind of got to be careful about overdoing it. Is where I was going.
Okay, I'm writing it down.
Good. Linda asked, can you keep some of the later ones hidden and share via email as they get closer? That would be really cool, wouldn't it? Linda?
Yeah.
I shared the feature request thing earlier. Love to see you put that in there. I've never thought of. I mean, I have done things like that for a contest, like I mentioned earlier, where we announced new things as the campaign went on. But since this is evergreen, maybe it would be really cool to be able to like list the first three. And then as maybe they get to 250 points, maybe an email went out that said, oh, by the way, just for you, we've added another incentive to get you. You're doing a great job of recruiting people for us. We've added a new thing. All you need to do is get 500 points to get a complete marketing review. So some sort of way of scheduling those, that would be freaking cool. I don't know whether they'd ever add it, but I'd love to see it in the feature request system, Linda. I challenge you, go do it.
Cool. All right. So shall we continue?
Yeah.
Cool. So that's the incentives and the points they need to unlock.
I'm sorry.
Incentives. Yeah.
I knew there was one more. And Dave asked the question earlier, and we're going to get to that, Dave, at the end, because that's kind of a longer answer. But Linda asked, for people that you are attracting, how do they get credit for the points? We've done an entire show on points, Linda, so make sure you go back and look for that in the Copilot. They can earn these points if there are. The second part of the question was if they're already in the community. Yes, send your campaign to people who already know, like, and trust you, because what you're looking for them to do is to refer somebody that they've never thought of. Oh, hey, I love UpViral, but I remember now that Joanne's over there and she could use this in her business. And if I get her to sign up, maybe I'll get that t-shirt for free or whatever. So there's getting credit for the points is a physical thing. There's the referral. The links are all set up. All of this taken care of by UpViral for you, which is why we know, love, and trust UpViral. P.S. Don't forget to do testing, which is next week's show. So also, Lisa said also doing a mystery prize works really well. So I like, that's a good tip too, Linda. Lisa.
I'm writing it down. Mystery prize.
Yes. So like if the 500 points won, I don't know, I think the marketing funnel review is going to be freaking cool, but maybe if that was, I don't know, a mystery prize, or if there was another thing that was a mystery prize. Thank you for that, Lisa. I love that tip.
Yeah. Cool.
All right, go. Sorry. We got to crush through this because, we don't want to hold the people for 2 hours like I usually do.
Yeah. Cool. So the next thing is then to talk about promotion. So how are we planning to spread the word about our giveaway campaign? So we will basically be using like 3 main methods of promotion. The first one is email broadcast. So when we launch this giveaway campaign, we obviously have a database where we store our leads and our customers, and we will be sending out a few emails to encourage them to enter the giveaway campaign to unlock the rewards. And we will be using the one-click sign-up feature so that they don't need to re-enter their email address, but it's automatically, once they click it, they automatically enter the campaign. Okay. Then the second way of promotion is going to be Facebook ads. So aside from the email broadcast, we're also going to spend some marketing budget on Facebook traffic to get people to opt in to the viral launch formula. So they will provide with their name and email address. They get the lead magnet, and then there is a share page where we incentivize them to share it to unlock other rewards. Okay. So hopefully this first 2 methods will help us get some initial traction. The email broadcast and the Facebook ads will help us get some initial traction for the campaign. But as I mentioned before, the really what's the plan for this campaign is to have it as a consistent, like evergreen campaign, an evergreen basis. And for that, we're going to use the newsletter strategy, and also using, by the way, the one-click signups. So the newsletter strategy, basically the way it works is with every value-based email that we send. So not sales emails. By the way, a side note, sales emails should only have one call to action to the sales page where we're trying to sell a product. But on the value-based emails or on announcement emails, new feature emails, things like that, we'll add a section that will be talking about this rewards campaign. Okay, so some companies that do it is Morning Brew, digital marketer from Ryan Dice. They use the same strategy, and Stock Marketer leverage this strategy as well. I was looking at, because I'm subscribed to their newsletters, and I have been looking at their emails, and I took this screenshot so that you actually guys can see how this works, this strategy, and that is simply have a section, like you see here. So this is a section of the email. This is not the entire email. So there is a newsletter with news and information and things they want to share. And then they have this section typically in the middle or at the bottom of the newsletter where they talk about the giveaway and what people can get if they click to and they share the campaign. Okay?
Nice.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Cool. So this is how we're planning to convert this into an evergreen campaign. So we're going to include this in all of our newsletters. And then the next thing would be the follow-up emails. So when it comes to the follow-up emails, we have mainly four different types of emails. So the first one is obviously the welcome email, which will be sent immediately after they enter the campaign. The you referred a friend email, which is basically when someone signs up through their unique link. Then the third email will be when they unlocked a new reward. Okay, we will basically inform them that they have unlocked it, and we will tell them basically what steps they need to take in order to access, if it's a course, or to provide us with their physical address. If they unlock the t-shirt, then we need to send it to them. Okay, so that's basically with instructions about how to get their reward. And then in addition to that, we're also thinking about adding an email automation sequence that will not go out through UpViral, but through our own autoresponder, which is ActiveCampaign. And then basically this email automation will encourage them to register for a free 14-day trial to UpViral. So our goal with this campaign is obviously to generate leads and customers. And if we won't do that like immediately after they sign up, because at that point, what we want them to do is to share the campaign as much as possible, refer friends, and register and subscribe to our YouTube channel and all of that. But we don't have all the details yet. But after a period of time, these people are going to go into an automation that is going to basically promote the 14-day trial to UpViral. This way we get more trials, and then more trials means more subscribers, more customers for UpViral.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Cool. The social share image. So we don't have the social share image yet because our designer is currently like creating a couple of 3 nice images. But there is something that I do want to share in regards to the social share image that I think you guys could use or appreciate. So what we're going to do, because something that has an impact on your viral campaign is the social share image, right? That it can basically like make people want to be curious, click, and sign up to your giveaway campaign. Now, what we're basically going to be doing is we're going to design not one social share image, but we're going to design 3 different social share images. And then we're going to, with a low budget, we're going to A/B test it on Facebook ads. We're going to let it run for maybe like a 7-day period or so, 7-10 days. And then basically the one that has the highest click-through rate and the highest number of leads, that will become the share image of our campaign. Okay, So after we have let it run, we will go into the Facebook Ads Manager. We will check the click-through rate. We'll check the number of leads for each of the social share images. And that image is the winner. So that's the one that we're going to use as a social share image on our giveaway campaign.
Nice.
All right.
Great strategy.
Do we have any questions?
I have 3 saved up, but if you guys and gals, don't forget there's gals out there, pop in questions. Jeff asked, I collected some leads from a Facebook campaign. Mm-hmm. Can I send them to an UpViral campaign? Do you want to answer that, or do you want me to handle it?
I don't mind. Yeah, so if you generated leads from Facebook ads, you can definitely set up a giveaway campaign like the one that we shared for your business. Send a few broadcast emails and get them to sign up to your giveaway campaign.
Yes, you can use the one-click sign up. The assumption, Jeff, just to be clear, is that you have them in an autoresponder somewhere, right? Some sort of tool that you can send them an email. Now, I know people that collect leads from Facebook in a spreadsheet, right? Maybe they join a group or whatever, and so they're putting those people in a spreadsheet because they've raised their hand. And I'm like, put those people in an autoresponder so you can send them emails. So yeah. Just to be clear, what most entrepreneurs are doing is putting those leads in a system like MailChimp or ActiveCampaign, or there are 6 different millions of them out there. My advice is to always check with what UpViral supports before you pick one. Pardon me. Because there's a lot of people that pick these really cheap autoresponders that UpViral doesn't natively integrate with. Mm-hmm. And then you got to jump through hoops. So yes, you may pay a little bit more for one of the name brand tools like UpViral supports. But if you pick one that is cheap because you're cheap, you're going to get, and my father always used to say, you get what you pay for, son. And so I have been tempted by so many of these really inexpensive autoresponders that you can put on your own server and blah, 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 blah. But if UpViral doesn't support them, I don't want it, because then I have to have the hassle of trying to manually integrate stuff. And if you're really good at that, that's great. But 99% of all entrepreneurs don't have a clue how to make that stuff happen. So, William, are you going to share something else, or are you trying to get out of?
No,
okay.
I want to stop the screen share, yeah.
All right, great. So, pick something that UpViral natively works with. And I still want you to ask that last question, by the way, but we'll get the one that you had on the slides after the questions thing. All right, let's not forget that. So, Steve asked, and I marked this as a question purely because I wanted to go back and talk about it. For many entrepreneurs, time is the most valuable commodity. Many of the custom actions imply taking more time down the road. What about one-click solutions like adding context to a pre-made message? Now, what I told Steve in the comments was that one of the suggestions that I would love to see on the feature request board, and I gave him the link back to the feature request board, is the ability to do the one-click sign up. Because right now, if you use the one-click sign up in UpViral, you can send it to your emails, right? You can send a link that's join this campaign. You can also send one that is just share this on Facebook. So it's a one-click sign up for the campaign and share it on Facebook. If they're already signed up, then it just does the share on Facebook part. Great feature, but I would love to see a one-click sign up that took them to one of the custom actions that you listed. Right now, we can't send them to a custom action. We can send them to the social sharing buttons. I want that additional feature, and Steve just pointed out that that's something that he would love to see as well. I wanted to mention it to put it in the thoughts of you and everybody else that listens to this stuff, because the one-click sign up, for those of you who have not tried it, and William's talked about it multiple times here today, none of the other tools have it. Mm-hmm. None of the other tools have that feature. And I use it all the freaking time.
Yeah. And on that note, like whenever we, because we have some like top marketers using UpViral as well, like Russell Brunson or other people using UpViral. And whenever we have interviewed like top marketers and we ask them the question, like, why do you use UpViral? Like a lot of times the answer is the one-click sign up.
Nice.
The one-click sign up. The one-click sign up. So it is really one of the features that makes UpViral different from all the other referral marketing platforms.
I love that. That's a good feedback, because I mean, it literally is something that none of the other tools that I have ever looked at have. And why they don't have it just blows me away, because once you've seen it, and Mark was even surprised. I love riffing on this. If you guys need to leave, I know we're past the hour. We're going to answer questions till you're done asking, unless William cracks up and falls apart. I'll stay as long as you need. But
I'm going to share the slides, by the way. Sorry to interrupt.
Yes. Do you know how to do that?
Yeah.
All right.
Should be available now.
All right. Perfect. Thank you for that reminder. But one of the things that I discovered many years ago is that you can use the one-click sign up to get people back to their share page. One of the most common questions is, okay, people have signed up, and over in my autoresponder, right, I want to send an email that gets them excited and sends them back to the share page. How do I do that? And even Mark didn't know this when I talked to him about it. And he's like, oh, we never thought of that. It's a great feature. Send them the one-click sign up. Yes, they're already signed up. But the joy is, if they signed up, the problem is, if they signed up on their smartphone, the cookie is set on their smartphone that even if they go back to the original sign-up link, it'll take them to the share page, right? But if they come on their desktop, that cookie isn't set. And so they end up on the landing page, and they're like, I already signed up for this. How do I get back to my share page? Now, the obvious answer is you just sign up again using the same email. But some people don't think of that, and they're like stuck. So what you do in your email autoresponder is you send them a one-click sign up, which they're already signed up. You know they're signed up because you've got their email address. You know they're in the list because of this campaign. But if you use the one-click sign up, no matter what device they're on, it will take them to their share page, which is like freaking brilliant, right? But a lot of people haven't figured that out yet. So I wanted to mention that because I absolutely love the one-click sign up. You can use it to get people to sign up, but you can also get them to the share page no matter what tool they're on. So use it and love it.
Yeah.
All right. Steve asked, just curious, how do viral tactics, I'm sorry, this is going to be a long one. How do viral marketing tactics perform against a brute force tiered referral affiliate campaign where they get a cut of referred sales and another cut? All right, so have you read this yet?
Okay. I'm reading it now.
All right. Let's break it down to the first part. How does this compare to a referral affiliate campaign? And I have an answer for this, but if you want to try to answer it, shouldn't say
how
try.
did this compare to what? Sorry, I was reading the question.
That's just the first part. If you have a campaign, I'll rephrase it. If you have a campaign that you're going to launch and you have a bunch of affiliates that are going to promote it for you, I'll read why would you use UpViral versus just a regular referral marketing campaign? I have an answer. Pick me.
I pick you, Mitch. Go answer.
Because the referral people or the affiliate people, let's suppose you got 3 affiliates that are just kick butt kind of people, and they got tens of thousands of people for you. Guess what? The UpViral campaign will outperform whatever your other tool you're using, because you're going to set up the people that sign up to the campaign are also going to be referring others, right? The whole thing that you just went through, the referral side of UpViral, is what kicks the butt of every other tool on the planet, Because those are just traditional. I get excited about this. Can you tell? Those are just traditional tools, right? You can shove 10,000 leads through the campaign with ClickFunnels with no UpViral or whatever landing page tool you have. And when you use UpViral, you get the same 10,000 people, but then you get this additional slice, whether it's 10% or 50% or 100% or 200%. I had one gentleman in my mastermind that just got 3 referrals for every lead that came in on the front. 3 referrals. He got 3. I'm saying this again because it's phenomenal. He got 3 referrals for every person that came in on the front end. Imagine taking all of those affiliates and bringing in those 1 person on the front end, and that triples your market. Now, not everybody's going to get those kind of results, but even if it's only 10%, even if you only get 0.1 person for every person that signs up on the front, you're adding 10% to your market that those affiliates would not get you. So why wouldn't you do this? Why would you not do this? Go look at Gabe Schillinger's case study. Phenomenal campaign that he ran, and he just ran another one, incentivizing people to refer. I laugh because I'm like, why are people doubting this? This tool is phenomenal. And some people say, well, it didn't go viral. I didn't get the 3 leads per one that Mitch talked about. I don't care. If you got 10% more leads, a tiny little referral bonus, why wouldn't you do that?
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy.
It's free leads.
And everything that I am doing now, except for the campaign I ran over Black Friday, my goal is to do every kind of marketing I can through UpViral because I want that extra referral bump. Why would you, if you have this tool, why would you not use it?
Yeah, totally.
Oh.
So one thing, before we dive into the next question, one thing that I want to ask the audience, because one of the purposes of doing this show here today is to share it with you, with you, Mitch, and with the audience to get feedback, suggestions, ideas, and thoughts. But I want to ask you now that you've seen the campaign, we've got 52 people watching. Would you sign up to this campaign? If we would send you an email broadcast about the viral marketing campaign that I just shared with the rewards that you've seen, would you be motivated to share the campaign? That would be great feedback. Let me know in the chat.
And it's a great question. Waiting. Where's my music?
Oh.
What show is that? Come on. What show is that? Do you know?
I know. You're asking me. No, yeah. I don't know.
That's Jeopardy. Alex Trebek, who just died of cancer. Oh. That's the theme song for Jeopardy. You're over in Spain. You've probably never seen it.
No, I haven't.
Deborah got it. Jeopardy. Way to go, Deborah. Marga says, yes, sure. Philip says, yes, please. Dave says, yes, exclamation point. Eric says no, which is okay. Not everybody's going to sign up, right? Mm-hmm. Leah says yes. Dave says yes. Oh, I said that. Cool. Glenn said yes. So Linda says, yes, I would share the campaign, but I refer to my earlier questions that I'm already doing many things that are requiring points to be rewarded. And so the key to this, Linda, is that why would if you're already doing these things, asking people to share and to sign up to the Facebook group, why on God's green earth would you add points to the process? The answer is it's fun. It's gamification. It is the theory of gamification. If you haven't studied it, I'm spending a lot of time looking at gamification. People love to get things for doing just a hair, a little bit of work. They love the points. Some people just absolutely love just reaching a certain goal in terms of points. They love getting a paper certificate. They love getting cookies in the mail if that's what you want to do. the whole point, and I'm doing challenges now this way. The whole point of UpViral is to incentivize people to do the sharing. Yeah. If you're asking them to do things already, Lisa says, and if I know you were going to say something, but these days I find that sharing one-on-one Messenger is more effective than blasting on social media. That is absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. But you can't, that's UpViral will let you do Messenger and WhatsApp. You can absolutely do the one-on-one functions, and that's what you want to do for the referral side, right? So maybe you only give 10 points for doing the Facebook share, but maybe you give 50 points for the referrals. Mm-hmm. You're telling people, this is what I want you to do because this is worth more points. And oh, by the way, this is the only thing you can do to earn that multiple times to get your incentives.
Yeah.
Right? So yes, one-on-one sharing is very effective, but that's what UpViral can do for you. Absolutely.
That's why we added the options of Messenger and WhatsApp as well for our campaign, the one I shared.
Right.
One thing that I want to mention, Mitch, going back to Linda's question, I think what Linda's referring to something different. So she's basically, because I asked, would you share the campaign, right?
Yes.
And she's answering, yes, I would share it, but I'm already doing many of the things that you have listed that I would get points for, so I think what she's saying is that she would sign up, but she's already subscribed to our YouTube channel. She's already in the UpViral Facebook group, and she's already registered in the co-pilot show. So I think that is her question.
Okay.
But answer that, yeah, sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No. So I was going to say, to answer that, Linda, so for the co-pilot show, people will get like 10 points for signing up to the for subscribing on the YouTube channel or on the podcast. They will get like 5 points. Same for joining the Facebook group. The main points that people will get will come from referring other people. To refer other people, we're giving 30 points, in this campaign. So Linda, you can refer other people. That's how you will get most of the points.
Right.
Hope that answered your question.
It's great. And Lisa just said you have to be careful, Mitch, not overdoing the gamification. Absolutely. But if you look at something like, now I cannot come up with the name in my head. There's the new exercise bike that is really hot on the market that does because of the gamification aspect of it. There are people that will not be incentivized by gamification, and that's okay. But there are people who are absolutely thrilled about losing or gaining points. Peloton, thank you. Couldn't think of that for all the money in the world. Steve said, don't forget you have to click the share button, but not actually share. So that the other side of that point that you just made about Lisa or Linda or whomever, I'm sorry, there are too many L's. If you've already done those things, people can still earn the points without actually clicking on the thing, right? You don't have to actually share it somewhere. You don't have to actually join the Facebook group because UpViral doesn't have that tracking in there implemented because it's not UpViral that can't do it. It's the Facebook API that can't do it. So yes, people can still earn those points if they want to. So let's see. Thank you for that, Steve.
And one thing, while you're reading for the next question, I actually have a question for Eric, who said he would not join the campaign, right? Everyone else said that they would join. Eric said he would not join. I'm curious to know, why would you not join the campaign, Eric?
Great question. Harold says, by the way, I already have the yearly plans. I kind of the same question. Why would I sign up if I already have that? Well, the answer is there's other incentives like the t-shirts and the campaign review and all the other things. Mm-hmm. But one of the things that I do offer to many people is that if they already have the thing XYZ, then I'll give them something else or a bonus or cash or some other thing to make it enticing. There's all kinds of stuff you can do. Yeah. Haven't seen anything from Eric yet, but I wanted to go back because I promised Dave earlier that I would ask his question, and I haven't forgotten. We sell CBD and supplements for dogs. We are planning on running an UpViral campaign this week using Facebook ads with a competition to win some expensive dog-related products as the main prizes and runner-up prizes of our own products. Why would we also add a lead magnet to give everyone that participates? I think you should. Absolutely. There's if you can do a lead magnet such as a, hey, here's the top 10 tips for getting your dog to follow your command or to potty on the street instead of in the yard, or something. Give it to everybody because it costs you nothing. Now, the other tip there is what I do is I tell them that it's in the email, that they have to go back to the email to get that incentive. Because if you just hand it to them, like here's the link on the sharing page, here's the link to go download that, then they don't go back to their email and open the email. You want them to go back into the email system and find it if it's in the spam folder or whatever. So absolutely do that with a lead magnet. I try to give a lead magnet in every campaign that costs them nothing just for signing up. Any tips with marketing products like CBD? I always say the backwards because there used to be a pizza shop in Tampa where I lived that was CBD. CBD that are not allowed to be mentioned or advertised on social media. Yes.
Where's that question?
It's way the hell down at the bottom. You have to scroll quite a ways. But I'm not a CBD expert. I do know that there are several things that are taboo. And therefore, maybe what you do, Dave, instead of giving away your CBD supplements, is you give away dog bones or dog treats or dog toys so that you're in the market. You're getting people that are in your niche. But you're not talking about the banned products, right? So figure out a way of getting people who are in your niche without saying the bad words. All right, so I finished. I hope that answers your question, Dave, if you're still here. Eric said, Eric said, I don't like bothering other people receiving already a lot of other emails. Okay. So there's his answer to why he would not sign up.
That's a valuable. Yeah.
It's very common. Now, what you have to do, depending upon the offer, in this particular case, if we can assume Eric is an entrepreneur who would use UpViral, my suspicion is that there are plenty of other people that he knows that are entrepreneurs that have never thought about this concept, and they would be very freaking thankful if you taught them something new to help them grow their business. Mm-hmm. Every person, once they understand what we're trying to do with UpViral in terms of bringing in that referral traffic, they all say to me, holy cow, why didn't I think of that earlier? Right? They all do it. Everybody I talk to says, wow, that's brilliant. Because you could apply it to all of your current marketing. You can do a product launch formula. You can do a webinar launch. Let's suppose you do a webinar launch, for example. And in the webinar launch, you get them to sign up like you always do. The landing page is just the same thing that you're always doing. And on the sharing page, you say, hey, by the way, I'll give you this additional $97 training that nobody else is going to have access to. All you have to do is get 2 people to sign up for the webinar that are interested in this offer, right? You always want to qualify that you don't want just grandma and grandpa to sign up. That is something that nobody else is doing. And if you can leverage other people, not everybody, Eric, is going to be bothered by you talking about this, because they will have their eyes open and they will go, holy cow, this is something I never thought about doing. Eric also said, by the way, as somebody else mentioned, on the UpViral group, I saw this. Wilco's emails are already frustrating and bothering me.
I am to blame for that.
Ding!
But yes, but Eric, I will say I sending a ton more emails than usual. It is Black Friday, right. Cyber Monday period, and I will also say that we're not any other emails for the next. If you send an email, it's going to be a value-based email. So we're definitely taking a break from the emails, but again, it was just for the Black Friday, Cyber Monday period. Yeah.
So again, if you need to cut out, because I know it's getting late over there in Spain, that's okay. I can continue to answer questions. Several things have come in, but also one of the things that you / Wilco are doing in your campaign, if you scroll down at the bottom of the email, it says, hey, I know I'm sending a lot of campaigns right now. You can opt out for the next week or whatever, however you guys have it set up. I love those kind of opportunities to let people just raise their hand and say, look, okay, I've seen too much. I don't want to leave the list. I don't want to unsubscribe, but I'm just tired of hearing from you. Pause me for a week. And that's a great offer. So I love it.
It's also a good strategy for you to get less unsubscribes.
Right.
You know? Because also like getting a lot of unsubscribes can also like damage the reputation with your email senders, with your email address, you know. So it's a good strategy as well to get less unsubscribes. Like having the option of just unsubscribing from that specific promotion. So yeah.
Lisa has a good point. My experience talking to Eric and Steve is that one marketing tool cannot carry the burden of 100% of the success. I think UpViral can, but that's a whole other topic. Keep iterating on the product market fit. It will take a couple of tries, but when it clicks, it takes off. I say this a lot. People might get tired of me saying it because I repeat it, but marketing is a marathon. I know a lot of other people say this as well. Marketing is a marathon. This is not a sprint. You don't try this one time and then quit if you don't think it worked for you. Go in and look and see what the results were. See what you could have done differently. UpViral reports, for example, will tell you a whole lot. I spend a lot of time with my students going through the UpViral reports and looking at what it's telling us, because it will tell you what worked in your campaign and what didn't. But you have to spend the time to go look at it. And UpViral, I will also say, and Mark and I talked about this last week, one of the other very popular tools has a one-line report that says how many people clicked, how many people signed up, and what your conversion rate was. That's their entire freaking report. They don't even break it down by who was direct and who was referred. One of the leaders in the market doesn't give you the data that you need to understand whether your campaign worked or not. It just drives me bonkers. And Deborah, look at Deborah. Deborah gets a bell ring. Deborah just posted the UpViral Copilot show on reporting, and she gave the link. For those of you that are watching the replay, you'll have to just go into the Copilot archive and dive it yourself. But I love that show. I love reports. I love talking about the features because UpViral absolutely has so much better reporting than any other tool on the market. And I say that not because I'm being promoted and getting the opportunity to speak here. I say that whether all the time. Just anyway.
One thing that Larry is mentioning, I see in the comments here, he says, instead of complaining about the number of emails, we need to take note of how UpViral is promoting their offer. We can copy their structure. So actually, Larry, if you want to know more, so I will share the structure that we use during Black Friday and Cyber Monday, because some of you may value that and may find that interesting. So what we did is the structure of the emails was we opened for a Black Friday offer on Wednesday last week. Okay. And we sent one email on Wednesday, a broadcast. then on Thursday, the next day, we sent another email. Okay. And then on Friday, which was the day when we were closing the Black Friday offer, so we run from Wednesday until Friday midnight. On Friday, 3 emails. So we sent first one in the morning, then one in the afternoon, and then a third and last one only to those that have clicked the links on all of the previous emails, the Wednesday, the Thursday, or one of the Friday emails. They were getting a third and last email on Friday, basically like telling them that it was the last few hours to sign up to the Black Friday offer. Those that did not click the link on the previous emails were not getting that third email on Friday. Okay, then on Saturday, Sunday, we had the offer closed. And then on Monday, we reopened for Cyber Monday. We sent one email on Sunday, letting them know, giving them a heads up about what was coming the next day. So on Sunday, they were getting the heads up and a very short email. And then on Monday, we sent again another 3 emails, okay? But the same structure, one in the morning, one in the afternoon, and then the third one in the late afternoon, evening, like 6 hours before we closed down the offer. That was just going out to those who clicked on the previous email. So they have expressed an interest if they're not getting the third email. So that was the structure for the emails from Monday. We did really well with the campaign, better than last year. So thought to share it with you guys.
All right. So thank you. That's great input. I was going back and we've actually missed several things that, and again, I know it's getting late for you, but I love to answer all these things. Mm-hmm. I did that one, and I'm way back down in the list. Federico, sorry. Could you give an idea of the email sequence that you talked about, the automation sequence? What kind of things would you say?
Okay. That is a good question. And to be honest with you, we have not put much thought into that yet. But the thing is, so people will opt in for the viral launch formula, which is a course on how to do a product launch or how to do a promotion with the viral element to it. As I said, we're not going to, like, as soon as they sign up, they're not going to go into that automation. We will leave some time, most likely, I'm not sure how long, but we're going to leave some time to encourage promotion first, to encourage them to share, to refer friends, and to do the viral thing. But then after a certain time, if they have not unlocked certain rewards, the idea is to get them into this automation. And we can talk about, hey, have you gone through the viral launch formula course? This is an incredibly powerful strategy if you use it correctly. But to implement the strategy, you're gonna need a referral marketing tool. And since you already have a login for UpViral to access the viral launch formula course, we thought that you may appreciate a 14-day trial to UpViral. You know, so there's nothing to lose, everything to gain. Sign up, here is the link. So we can go with something simple like this. But again, it would be after a few days or maybe even a week after they have opted in for the viral launch formula course.
Right. So one of the tips, by the way, that UpViral does when you set up incentives is that you can set up tags, right? So if they earn the third incentive or they earn the T-shirt, for example, you can send your autoresponder, assuming that it takes tags, but ActiveCampaign, MailChimp, those kind of things, use tagging. So you can send a tag that said Betty Lou earned a T-shirt. So then you know when you're doing the automations that William's talking about, you can go back and go, well, if they earn the T-shirt, then send them a link to my store and say, well, I see you got the T-shirt, but what if you got the sweater, the hoodie? Wouldn't that be cool or something, right? Yeah. So the tags that go with the incentives are freaking awesome to be able to help you do what you're doing. Now, there are some other things that I wish UpViral would do, like to send over points, but that's a whole nother topic and a whole nother show. Dave asked, is there training available on Facebook ad setup specifically for UpViral? And does anybody know what I'm going to say? The answer is, yeah, we did a co-pilot show with, now my brain, what's his name?
Danny.
Danny, thank you. I knew it was D word. And to that specific point, I want to say, to Dave's point, Steve Tylen said this. This is my recommendation too. So if you want to write this one down, somebody needs, UpViral needs to go through all the co-pilot shows and make a summary or a PDF, because right now, all it says specifically at the top is like the date and the co-pilot show, blah, blah. There's not even what was the content kind of thing.
Okay.
And that's been driving me crazy too, because it makes it hard to go back and find something specifically.
Okay. I'm writing it down.
Thank you.
And I will share it with the team tomorrow. Let's see what our possibilities are to do that.
Thank you, Steve, for saying that publicly, because I've been wanting that to happen. Did you guys, by the way, download the file? Did you see the download? If you didn't, make sure you grabbed that.
Yeah.
And that's on that comment, by the way, we need to have a better, between you and me, we need to chat about this, a better way, because we have a single link right now, I think, that they can go download those PDFs and they're getting lost. We need to talk about that, I think, as well, because the content that we've created isn't tied to a specific show anymore, I don't think.
Yeah.
So what did you want to say?
Yeah, I was just going to read a question that I saw from Lisa, going back to the email sequence we used during Black Friday, Cyber Monday.
Okay.
She's basically saying, I came through this offer. My question is, were you guys planning on reopening the offer on Monday? I like this conditional email logic. I will borrow it. So the answer to that is yes, we were planning to reopen on Cyber Monday. That was part of the campaign planning. And the reason why we did that, because this is something that we discussed in a marketing meeting with the team, is something that makes people want to take action is scarcity, right? If there is a fear of missing out, if they see that they're missing out on something, then that's when a lot of people take action. We see that with all of our promotions. If we do a 3-day promotion, 50% of the sales will come in the last 12 hours. Of a 72-hour promotion, 50% will come in the last 12 hours, you know? So yes, Lisa, the plan was to reopen on Monday. And the reason why we did that is because if we do that, then we're closing the offer 2 times. We're closing it for Black Friday and we have scarcity on Friday. And then we're closing it again on Monday. So we have scarcity on Monday. If we would have left it open from, say, Friday, Black Friday, until Monday, we only have one opportunity to close the offer, which means one opportunity to add some scarcity to the email. So that's why we went with this strategy.
And do you think it paid off?
It did, big time, yeah. Because, we're looking into the numbers, and this Black Friday, Cyber Monday campaign was great. A lot better, well, even better than last year.
Great.
So,
I need some more credits on some affiliate sales, but we'll talk about that later. A whole other topic. But Lisa, that was a great question. Larry also asked me, and for some reason it's marked private, a question about, he's on the list 3 times, and he's getting different subject lines because people are doing A/B testing. I think can you see Larry's question?
Okay. Yeah. So
this doing A/B testing is quite popular when you've got a larger list and you can be able to learn. And again, it goes back to the data. If you're not looking at the data, I preach this all the time, you're not going to be able to see what's working and what's not working.
Yeah. And most autoresponders, what they allow you to do, like, for example, ActiveCampaign, the one we use, is when you send a broadcast, you have the option to add multiple subject lines. So we test 3 different variations of subject lines, and we send it to 40% of the list with the 3 subject lines. And then after, well, depending on the broadcast, but after 2 hours, 3 hours, it will send to the remaining 60% of the list the same email with the winning subject line. You know, this is a quick hack to increase your open rates on email.
Lisa asked, have you guys used autofill in your email copy for things that people have completed to add scalable personalization? That's a good idea. It makes it complicated. So the only way to do that, I think, if I'm reading that correctly, would be to have tags. If people have completed something, right, or earned an incentive inside of UpViral, you could say, well, Betty Lou, I see that you earned blah, blah, blah. But I don't know how some email systems do the conditional part, right?
Okay.
So you'd have to be able to only include that paragraph or that section if a certain tag existed. So that would make it more customized. I think that's a great tip, but that's also kind of an advanced autoresponder feature that not all of them do. So thank you for that, Lisa, by the way. There's all kinds of really cool stuff that comes through these shows that I haven't necessarily thought of. And I've tried to think of everything. So I have another question marked. Harul asked, can I use UpViral to promote a weight loss affiliate program? The short answer is...
Sorry?
The short answer is... Oh, never mind. The short answer is yes. Of course, you can use UpViral to promote a weight loss affiliate program. What you have to be careful of, and I think this is a good example, you can promote affiliate programs like crazy. Absolutely. Whatever niche you want to. And Wilco talks about this in his training all the time. You have to be careful because some things are not shareable, or they're less desirable to be shareable, right? I have a tummy going here from COVID and lack of exercise. Do I necessarily want to share that I'm on a specific weight loss program with my friends and neighbors? Maybe I don't, right? Maybe I don't want to shout to the world, hey, this is a great weight loss program. Some people will, but some people will go, oh, I don't want to share that. So there are some niches that will get lower results, but the other opportunity there is that maybe, again, you find something that is slightly in the niche. I had one of my students, for example, that is in weight loss, and he gave away a scale, right? So people were willing to share that because you can use a scale. You don't have to be in weight loss. But that gave him the opportunity. It's easy to explain. Everybody knows that, you know, it weighs your human body, and maybe you're trying to lose weight. Maybe you're just trying to understand where you are, blah, blah, blah. So then he can go market to them after the campaign is over. Maybe you're a little overweight. Now that you've thought about that scale, maybe you want to lose weight. And that way you're not, he got really good sharing in his campaign, but that gave him the flexibility. So think about something that is just slightly outside of your niche, but still applies. It's a great question. Larry also said, and I wanted to address this earlier, and I appreciate all of y'all sticking around. We have to remember that many of the initial signups are usually contest junkies. I want to shout and scream, no. No, 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 no. Stop thinking like that. If you are getting contest junkies, and let's be clear, I love contest junkies. Contest junkies will share like crazy. They will help you build your campaign as opposed to being this big negative. So many people fight against contest junkies. They are the people that are trained to do the sharing part. Use them. I get really excited about this topic. Use them. They're sure in any marketing campaign that you do, if you give a lead magnet, some people are going to sign up just because they think it's cool to get the free thing. It isn't an UpViral problem. It isn't a contest problem. That's going to happen in marketing. What you want to do is take those people, get them to share for you, because they are helping you expand your network, and not all the people are going to be contest junkies in their niche, in their environment. Get them to work for you, and then get them off your list. Tell those people that if you're not here to learn about my weight loss thing, get the hell off my list. I'm sorry, I swore. Be a ninja guru at getting people off your list, because there are going to be people that are never going to buy from you no matter what tool you use. Quit thinking so negatively. I'm sorry, Larry, I'm bashing you about this. Use those people. Find positive ways to use those people. Get them off your list when you're done with them. All right, that's my rant for the day. I think that's all. No, it's not all of them. Katerina said, I don't have UpViral yet. What the heck is wrong with you? Because you keep showing up to the show I'm kidding. One reason I would think of sharing or not is that there are some competitors amongst my Facebook friends, and they would like to know what tool I use. Again, I'm gonna smack you a little bit. Don't worry about what your competitors are doing. Do what you do. Do what you do best. Figure out how to use UpViral in your business, because it's the best freaking tool on the planet. Figure it out. Start using it. Build a campaign. Get running with it. Take them up on the 14-day free trial. Get started. Get going, Katerina. Quit worrying about what your competition is doing. They are going to hack you no matter what tool you use. Figure out how to get in front of them and be better than what they're doing. That's my second rant for the day. Federico asked earlier, I have a campaign running for a new project in the travel industry. We all know the industry has been kicked about by the pandemic. We have a lot of people visiting our page, but not too many people sign up to the offer. Then the offer is not good enough. I feel that they think the offer is too good. Interesting. Or they think it is a scam. That's more likely what is the problem. So don't make it so enticing. I work
the offer
on,
can never be too good.
Yeah. If they think it's a scam, then you need to work on the trust factor.
But I saw the other day on that topic, also in the travel industry, there is I can't remember the name of the company right now, but it's the cruise ship.
Right.
And they have been very affected by the pandemic. And what they are doing now is they're inviting people for a free, totally zero cost trip from, I think it goes from Florida to the Caribbean and back. And there have been there's 100,000 people on the waiting list already.
Wow.
So the offer can never be too good, but it could be perceived as spam.
Right.
So you may need to work on that. Yeah.
You do have to be careful. Frederico also asked, is there a Copilot show with training and follow-up emails? Absolutely there is. We did that with Danny a couple of weeks ago. Peter King asked earlier, I don't fully understand the rewards, how many points for each. We didn't discuss how many points each one was set for, although you did just sort of mention, I think, Facebook was 10.
Okay, that's true. I didn't mention that. So for the custom action, so it would be, let me go back to the presentation real quick, just so that I can see it. Wait, where did I have this part? Give me 1 second. Let me go back to the custom actions. Oh, yeah, so we have custom actions. We have join the UpViral Facebook community. That's 5 points. Subscribe to YouTube, 5 points. Subscribe to our podcast, 5 points. Register for the Copilot show was 10 points. Share on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Messenger, WhatsApp, 15 points, and refer a friend is 30 points.
Nice.
Okay.
I think. Well, hence also part of the struggle. Let me type 2 more words because I was trying to reply to Larry's comment. One of the things that I do, lesson-wise, is that I have learned that the more points that you give to the things you want people to really do is better. So, for example, you put 30 points on the refer a friend.
Mm-hmm.
I start at 50 these days because that's what I want them to do. Now, that impacts the ability to, your point system for the rewards has to change, which is why it gives me the opportunity to talk about another feature request that I absolutely must have. And I've talked to Mark and I've talked to Wilco about this, and many people have talked about it in the UpViral group. So I'm going to go on a quick rant. The UpViral system needs to be able to simply take an incentive based on how many people were referred, not points.
Yeah.
Right. So your entire list is structured based on points. And if you change the point structure, then you got to change the incentive structure.
Mm-hmm.
We, not just me, we want to be able to say for this incentive, they must refer 5 people.
Yeah.
And UpViral can do that.
Mm-hmm.
And that feature request has been in there for over a year. It has been marked as in progress for over a year. And I'm ranting about this just to you because I've talked about this till I'm blue in the face. That would change the game for so many things. Because then I could do an incentive that gives 1,000 points, a custom action that gave 1,000 points, and not worry about how many points I'm giving for each referral. That changes the game completely in terms of how you set up the incentives. And I'm begging, please make that happen. AJ mentioned it several weeks ago in the UpViral group.
I saw it in the group as well, yeah.
It would change the game completely.
Yeah.
So please make that happen. All right.
Yeah.
Linda says, thanks, I got to go. That's all of the questions I had marked as questions. So if anybody has anything else, let me know quickly. Otherwise, we're going to wrap this up because I forced William to be here for almost 2 hours.
It's all right. It's all right. It's a pleasure to be here. And, well, I hope you all got inspired with our own campaign, because that was the whole purpose of sharing it, to inspire you as well to create your own campaign. And if I'm allowed, then I could come back in a couple of months, if Mitch allows it, to share the results on the campaign.
Yes, right. We insist on it. Absolutely want to come back, because people will start seeing it. I'm sorry?
It might be a win. It might be a total flop. I will share it anyway.
It's not going to be a total flop because you're going to have me helping you, but... what happens when you have a quote-unquote flop, and I'm stalling just for a little bit in case somebody wants to ask a question really fast. What happens is you look at your results. You may get 0 leads, but what you're going to do is you're going to use UpViral reports and go figure out why you didn't get the leads you thought you were going to get, and then you change it. This is a marathon, not a sprint. I'm going to say it till I'm blue in the face. You're not going to just run one campaign and throw UpViral in the, I bought the tool and it didn't work bucket. Because UpViral, I mean, if you go look at my case study on the UpViral case studies page, I've brought in over 257,000 documented leads for myself and my clients. UpViral freaking works. Steve says, thank you, Mitch and William, for everything. Another great show for all the questions and comments. There were some great questions, by the way. Deborah says, thanks, William, for staying up late. Mitch, as always, for the insights. You're welcome. And Deborah, thank you for posting so many links. William says, what if happens? This is a great question. I'm sorry. Steven asked, William, what happens if current UpViral users sign up?
Sign up to our giveaway campaign.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So, well, basically, they same as if they're not customers, they will be able to unlock the rewards. Might be the T-shirt, the course, everything applies the same for customers as for leads.
Good answer. William wins for the good answer prize. Nice.
Cool.
Well, look at that. Good golly, Deborah. How to painlessly monetize your new leads, September 2020, September 8th. So she's given you guys a list. I'm going to copy that because that's great. I'm just going to do a
great,
grab.
Deborah. Thank you so much.
Deborah's got some great links there. We got to find a way of posting the comments or something, because I mean, that's one of the reasons why I read a lot of the comments, is so that they at least get in the recording, because they don't come along.
Yeah, true.
Like if you're watching on YouTube or, you know, replay on Facebook, you don't get to see all of that. But thank you, Deborah. Deborah says it's from my notes. So she takes very diligent notes about all the shows. So ring the bell for Deborah for sharing and coming every week. I appreciate that. Thank you all. Deborah says I should sell a product that is all of my Evernote notes. Yeah. Or do a contest or do a lead magnet to get people to sign up for your list with UpViral stuff. Nice.
And then sell a course on how to take notes.
There you go. There you go. All right. Thanks for tuning in. I do believe next week will be Mitch ranting. If you want to see Mitch rant, show up next week, because we're going to talk about testing your campaign. The thing that people, A, hate to do, and B, don't do very well. I can't tell you how much business I've gotten from people calling me going, my campaign isn't working and the points don't add up and all that. How do I fix it? It's because you didn't test it to begin with. So show up next week, because we're going to talk and rant about that topic.
It's a very good topic.
Thanks for tuning in, William. Thank you for being here.
No worries. My pleasure. See you in a few months with the results from the campaign.
All right. Take care.
Thank you, everyone. Have
See you guys next week.
Goodbye.